All right, are we about ready? Um, oh, wow, it tells you now. I can't just sneak it in. Yeah. All right. Let us begin. Greetings, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. It's been a little while since we played, and I'm going to start us off with something a little bit different. We cut away from the uh, the blood, the smoke, the burning seas, and our vision soars over the jagged mountains and storm-choked skies, racing across the continent to a place where even dragons fear to tread. The camera plunges down towards a sheer black cliff, and it perhaps looks a little recognizable to some of you. Uh, There, clinging to its face like a leering parasite, is a monstrous carving of a five-headed dragon, 150 feet tall, heads jutting outward from the stone, mouths open in eternal hunger. Their shadows swallow everything. Lightning flashes, and at the base of this grotesque idol, there are massive stone double doors, 12 feet apart, each carved with the five heads again, each fashioned from a different stone: obsidian, alabaster, soapstone, malachite, and marble. And they seem almost alive under the storm's glow. And with a deep grinding groan, the doors open and we enter. Our view drifts through a widening crack, darkness swallowing the view for a heartbeat, but then in the interior, wild kaleidoscopic glow. Candles burning in every color of chromatic dragonfire: red, green, black, white, tucked into wall niches, clustered along pews. Their overlapping flames dance, casting writhing shadows across the vaulted stone walls. From the ceilings, You see hanging a web of thin leather strands, strung thick with scales, claws, bones. They sway and clatter softly in unseen currents, whispering like the dead. And at the far end rises a 5-foot dais. Atop it, a vast stone altar surrounded by curling dragon head pillars, their maws frozen mid snarl. The altar itself is scorched, cracked, stained with old sacrifices, and above them, shadowed alcoves loom 20 feet overhead, unreachable by any mundane means. We see, though, before the altar, robed in deep crimson and black, standing a broad shouldered hobgoblin whose presence dominates the chamber. His armor is ceremonial but scarred, forged in a blood red sheen like tempered hatred. His blade, an enormous greatsword etched with infernal runes, rests tipped down before him. The runes glow faintly with a rhythmic pulse as though breathing. The crimson blade chants in a low guttural cadence, each word vibrating through the stone itself. Each syllable bleeds sparks of multicolored flame across the altar's surface. And around him, 5 vortices begin to twist in the air, each a different color, each crackling with draconic power. We cut back to the scene of Brindle burning. The night sky over the city is choked with smoke and drifting ash, the glow of a dead dragon's fall still staining the clouds of sickly red. Somewhere behind you, buildings crack and collapse, and the anguished cries of civilians mix with the war horns of the Red Hand. Whatever is being plotted in the distant fane of Tiamat, the consequences are already here, inside the walls. In the aftermath of the Red Dragon's death, there was no triumph, only exhaustion. Amid the chaos, Karu found a moment to examine a glimmering prize pulled from the dragon's remains, a ring of treachery. It's cold metal promising power at a price. But before any choices could be made, Lord Yamath's voice cut into your minds, ragged, strained, and urgent. The western gate had fallen. The enemy was inside the city. With no time to argue, the order was given, fall back to the Dawnway, and you all ran through the streets, carpeted in ash and broken stone, joining up with Lion Guard and blood-slicked armored militia, coughing black smoke into the night air. Along the way, you see sea elf blood hunters locked in desperate prayer, their blades planted in the ground. Aelith, from memory, you made a bit of a prayer of your own to your god, carving blood across your holy symbol in a sort of worship to Merkel, not for mercy but for strength. And the answer was not gentle. Merkel's will was clear: be the blade that turns fear against the foe. And at the Dawnway barricade, you took your stand. Ahead of you, the street sloped into darkness, and out of that darkness came hobgoblins. Ranks, their advanced disciplined formation, manticores circling over the rooftops, silhouettes cutting across the moonlight. You didn't necessarily meet them head on with coordination. Some of you vanished into the rooftops. Aelith, you scattered dust of disappearance as Karu and Paulie slipped into the back streets, knives ready, while Yama and Umami took to the air. Behind the barricade, the runic colossus stirred one last time, rising like a god of stone and ruin, and a single devastating beam lanced out, annihilating hobgoblin archers and tearing into a manticore before the construct faded once more into silence. Then the counterstrike came. Hobgoblins, smoke binders, firing into the barricade, igniting the wood. The rest of you sort of dashed forward into the fray, steel on claw and fang. Yama and Umami holding the sky, Paulie striking from the shadows, and Aelith's radiant magic burning through wings and flesh alike. One manticore fell screaming into the street, then another soon followed. But the victory was fleeting. As hobgoblin leaders faltered and Karu cut down mages in a blur of cold edge steel, the drums began to beat again, deeper this time, slower, heavier. From the western end of the Dawnway came a new sound, ghostly howls layered with the thunder of charging feet. These are the blood ghost berserkers. White dyed furred, these bugbearzerkers have war paint like death masks, eyes blazing with rage as they surge towards the barricade, heedless of wounds, screaming their defiance into the smoke-choked night. And you make your way to the barricade to hold them off. These 8 massive, or a wave of massive bugbears, fur bleached ghost white. They're each clutching, great axes, great clubs, their bodies painted with crude symbols, pounding towards the barricade at terrifying speed, howling their banshee battle cries. As they run, their muscles bulge and twist with an unnatural rage, and the wooden planks beneath them tremble with every step. They don't slow, they don't fear, they only kill. The enemies are maybe about 60 feet away and charging. For the moment, I'll say that you guys have kind of retreated to the barricade itself to kind of weather the initial slam. Very much, 300 or the Battle of Two Towers kind of style. You are holding ready for this charge, and your goal is to hold the line. We're going to run a skills challenge, which will kind of be like the first, half hour of the assault, and how this plays out will kind of determine how long this part of the siege and how well it goes for you before we go into the next phase. So it won't be a regular.
Love it.
Like that, determine the starting position.
So before we get into that, though, I know I've just done a bunch of yapping. Are there any, in the final moments, I guess you were still fighting some hobgoblins. I think you're all kind of easily cutting them down in the streets. You have a moment or two to have a bit of a chat with each other before retreating behind the barricade, and we begin. Does anyone want to add anything or remind us of anything that happened last year that I've left out?
Yama will take his handkerchief from his pocket, and he'll dab Captain on the head. Yeah, he'll just dab with the he'll blot the sweat off the captain's feathery forehead and just well done.
Thanks. Yeah, I took down his manacle. It was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun with it.
That's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. You did pretty damn well yourself there. I saw that.
Yeah, I think actually I'm feeling kind of confident, but that's probably not correct.
Look, come on, like you're the best hobgoblin. If you're not on their side, they don't stand a chance.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna pump some healing into Umami. Actually, I might just give him a healing potion while we're chilling here.
Are we just chilling in between corpses?
Yeah, in between there's like guys like rolling on the floor, like screaming out in pain.
We're complimenting each other. Yeah, we're complimenting each other, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And I just stab talon through someone's throat,
Just
put them out of their misery. Wee on it. Gotta go that way.
Oh,
excellent.
Am I this spiritual weapon? I just jumped to a spiritual weapon on the field.
I think that's Aelith's spiritual weapon.
Yeah, that's my little floaty sword that hangs out with me.
Very cool. All right. So the is there anything else? Aelith, did you have?
Sorry, does anybody actually need healing while we're in this like downtime?
No, I'm okay. I'm at 70 hit points. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm only down by 20. I'm fine.
Okay.
It's better saving him.
Yeah, no, I don't have much to add, really. I threw a ghostly sword at things. I also don't have control of said sword.
Oh,
Yes, I actually have control of the sword.
Yeah.
I was like, this is weird. I'm just healing myself up a little bit.
Now I can move it. Cool.
I think there was a barricade over the top of it.
Yes.
Cool. All right. So you're all kind of you do your final bit of killing to the hobgoblins that you're kind of mopping up in the first wave, and then you hear the sound of what the drums and the howls and so on. You have a moment to kind of connect with each other, and then you rush back to the barricade, jumping over it and help brace it. So your goals are to break the momentum of this vanguard and force them into that bottleneck so that they don't overrun the barricade itself. This is going to be a difficult challenge. Of course, as per usual, the skill challenges, you can't do the same action twice, and you can't do an action someone just did, but everything else is kind of open. And of course, you can do dexterity, athletics checks, and things like that if you make a good enough case for them. And there will be consequences for failure, but not you're overrun and die, but you guys will things will happen to you as a party for every failure. And I'll tell you right now that the DC for this is difficult. It is DC 20.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. But everyone's checking their skills now, like, what?
This sounds fucking terrible, but we'll be right.
Do you want to roll initiative to see who goes first, or do you want to do we just go around like on my screen I've got left to right, I've got Aelith, Yama, Paulie.
15.
All right, initiative it is.
Initiative
Put me at the bottom.
5.
I got a 3.
Hey, I'm not last.
Yeah, no one can beat Yama in being last. Being slow off the draw.
Just a clanky boy.
He's just so clanky.
Just a big, hunky, clanky boy.
Instead of heavy armor.
No, I like my shiny armor.
Excellent. All right. Well, it is Paulie, Aelith.
Yama's the only clanker I love.
Yama, that's right.
So me first?
Yep.
Well, I believe we will give a rousing speech to the fighters here. And I'm going to persuade them into holding the line and making sure that they stay exactly where they need to be and they hold their arms straight and then the spears come out at the right angles and all that stuff.
Excellent.
29.
29, that'll do it.
Fuck yeah.
We're off to a great start.
Solid.
Mine's not going to be as good.
Aelith.
Neither.
Could I argue? I'm going to stand at the back line and I'm going to call out. I'm standing up above. And I'm calling out to, they're going to attack here, they're going to attack there using perception.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Come on. That's a 20.
That's a dirty 20. We love to see it. Yama.
Yama is gonna back up his captain, using a bit more of a heavy hand. And he's going to be maybe yelling at the slackers and intimidating them back in line.
Mm-hmm.
So I will roll an intimidation. He's using his mighty prowess to fail. 17. Damn it! Not so mighty.
Okay.
Do we get to average our rolls?
Yeah, Timmy pulling everyone up.
Yeah. I hit just mediocrity. I'm good.
As you're yelling at everyone to hold the line. The militia and the lion guard here are perhaps a little bit more scared of you in that moment.
Oh my gosh. Dan, I'm so sorry. Would you let me use my saving face ability, my hobgoblin trait?
Sure.
So that will actually allow me to add a +1 for each ally within, I think it's 30 feet of me or 10 feet of me, basically within sight of me, because I don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're
So
yelling at them, and you can see that it's having the opposite intended effect.
Yeah.
And how do you turn that around? How does Yama turn that around while still being intimidating?
Great question, because I think he's being a real hard ass, right? But he is not. Maybe he himself is not putting his all into it. So I think it's almost like we were talking about Yama's shiny armor, right? So he kind of he mock pulls up his sleeves and he really puts his back into it. So he's almost intimidating them with his own kind of I can do it too, but sorry for just yelling at you before, kind of like.
Yeah, the kind of low growl as you get into position and kind of hold the barricade, like that kind of resonance almost sort of shakes the street itself. And so rather than being yelled at, these guys, us it's just like, oh my god, the ground is shaking. We better put our backs into it as well. And there's potentially even some slowing down of the bugbears as they kind of slam into the barricade as well. This kind of they hear the immovable mountain, and they know that they're running into an immovable wall. Excellent. All right, Paulie.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to do a little sneaky route here. So I'm going to take some soldiers with me, just going around one of the buildings, and then just attack their flank very stealthily to hopefully get them unawares.
Love it.
25. It would have been a dirty 20 if it wasn't for more reliable talent.
Yeah. Gotcha. So there's a smash into the barricade. The hobgoblins there. There's that moment of the rugby scrum. Yama helping kind of hold back the barricade, and these bugbears are trying to sort of push it all back, push this entire barricade of wagons and carts and barrels back. Paulie, you kind of deputize a couple of militiamen and sneak around the sides and start sort of attacking the flanks of these bugbears and sort of creating a bit of chaos. I'm imagining kind of darting in a couple of quick attacks and then escaping back into the alleyways, so that it doesn't just become another front to
guerrilla tactics.
That's right.
Parrot tactics.
Excellent. Aelith.
I am going to go with. Ooh. Okay. So, are there any clerics about? Clerics or paladins in this group that we're with?
There's probably some
paladin.
Yeah, you've got Yama with you, but sure. I think there's probably some low level clerics, or there's certainly the Lion Guard who maybe are not paladins to the level that Yama is, but they have some kind of they have holy training, they have oaths, that kind of thing. Sure.
I'm going to use religion to try and bolster their faith that we will get through this. Believe in your gods, sort of thing.
I like that.
And hopefully, this works out. It does not. That's a nat one.
Oh no!
Yeah. Do I have anything to
critical fail? The city is lost.
The city's lost.
Can I? What have I got?
Ayla starts like swearing and blaspheming.
At every single god, yeah. All your gods suck, mine
Fuck
stink.
everyone except for mine.
Your god sucks. Your god sucks. You're cool. Your god sucks.
Obviously, if your god wanted you to live, you wouldn't be dying right now.
Oh god,
Nana.
I thought I had something because like my channel divinity should have. No. Preserve life. That's useless.
We can't all have a hobgoblin's anxiety of failing in front of others.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't think. No.
So I'll give you some options at this interim. I'm about to give you the consequences for the failure. Before I do that, I know you have some assets, some war assets. If anyone remembers what they are, if you
Another
want,
one?
you can use one of them now to try to re-roll that. And I'll let you do the re-roll with advantage. How about that?
So we have 4. If you want to use one.
I will use one. Absolutely.
Who have we got, Yama?
We've got pirate corsairs, we've got sea giants, sea elves, and the summer court fae.
This is our second fail, right?
The first failure.
First
mean,
fail.
I mean,
All right, we
And
can let
this
it go.
is
We can let it go. I'm the newbie
you know,
to the group.
with
It's
a
fine. Aelith will be like,
with a DC 20, right? You know what I mean?
gonna
this
be
is a
tough.
critical
I feel like using these. I mean, we're hoarding potions here. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
They're usable. Yeah,
We're hoarding them, but I just feel like it's okay if we
it's a
fail
whole
a couple.
siege.
Yeah.
All right. I'll cop the fail. That's fine. Aelith is the new person to the group as well, so Aelith doesn't actually know as well as everyone else does the assets that we have that we can use.
I mean, and I say
So-
this, and then he's like, and half of your defenders are wiped out from this thing. I'm like,
I feel like that's
I'm
probably
saying
what's going
this.
to happen. It
I'm
was a
saying
nat
this
1 on a
beforehand.
DC 20.
No, I get
Well,
that.
I would love for you to describe to me what does a Nat 1 look like in this? You were trying to bolster their faith. What does that actually look like? As
I like to think that like I'm sitting there and I'm like saying like, oh, trust in your gods, blah blah blah. They're all so great, and all this shit. And then Nurgle's like in my head, like, shut the fuck up, idiot. I'm the best. They suck. And I'm just like, like I grab my head and just like
and you
stop
say
talking.
and you say no, your god takes over and goes, all your gods suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a sickly green light emits. Oh my god, that's a lot of
everyone in the party takes 17 damage.
Okay. Can I uncanny dodge this?
It's gonna
I'm
go
going to
bust.
say no,
Okay.
but great for asking.
Okay, maybe I should have taken that heal from you.
Yeah, we're all going to be looking skint now.
So yeah, as Aelith
And
attempts to sort of bolster the clerics and the paladins and kind of, get them dig deep into their faith, her god kind of backlashes against that, and each of you expecting the kind of help from these paladins and clerics, and even Aelith's god herself, you kind of not let your guard down, but there's possibly, you're expecting some support and you don't get it. And you take a bit of a beating as wave after wave are kind of crashing into this barricade. I assume you're getting up over there, Yama. Occasionally you are stabbing through the barricade. The militiamen are eventually sort of taken down, but they just seem to keep coming. And yeah, so it's tough. So it sort of drains some of your stamina there. Next up, Yama, top of the round. Or no, bottom of the round.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd never make it to the top. Okay, Yama is... I'm tempted to take a risky one here and maybe roll like a medicine on our guys, like just to try and kind of, like Aelith was trying to bolster them religiously. Maybe Yama is just like, staunching some blood here or there, that kind of thing, to try and kind of like keep them in the fight almost, like not real healing, but like a,
Yeah,
Even
like a
just like enough of a
triage kind of.
front of it, yeah, a triage, just to make them feel a bit more like organized and looked after. And this is a
Get-
big risk. This is only a +6.
And like getting the injured ones out so you can get fresh guys in, kind of, yeah.
Fresh guys in 100%. Natural 20.
Good job.
Take the risk. Oh shit.
So yeah, you're sort of taking command of. You've been in sieges before. You are Yama, the immovable
Yes.
mountain. You have held bridges, mountain passes. Like this was your thing. And how you do it is you keep fresh bodies circling in, so people can rest up and then and then rotate back in. And by doing that, you're able to kind of circle people through very effectively. And pull them back and hold the line essentially. The attrition
Yeah.
for these guards are not as bad as it could have been for sure. Excellent.
Good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe because it was a natural 20, Dan, you would give us 17 points of healing.
Phew. Tell you what, you can roll because it was medicine. I'll let you roll 2d6.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. Hells yes.
Never hurts to ask. Good job.
5 and a 2, so 7 HP, my dudes.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
All right,
Sweet.
top of the round, Paulie.
Beautiful. All right. So Paulie has been planning this with some of the defenders. As another wave comes to hit the barricades, he's going to just go now, and he's going to sleight of hand and pull up spears with some of the defenders and let them run right into those spears. Is that you cool with that, Dan? The sleight of
Yep.
hand.
That's sick.
It's all about timing.
I feel like I can see all of
Yep.
this.
25.
That reliable talent. That's sweet.
Oh, it's so good.
It's very good. So describe how this works to me.
Yeah. So essentially, as like another wave of hobgoblins come to, attack the barricades, Paulie is waiting, and basically he's going to give a signal and then raise his own spear, very quick without them realizing, and then just going to run right into it in the haze of the battle.
Yeah. So you're able to get those spears kind of through the barricade itself, maybe even around like kind of groin level. And just like poking out and the last possible second as the bodies slam in. And you get you feel the steel bite flesh, and you hear the howls of the bugbearzerkers as they slam against the barricade.
Yeah, that'll like maybe like a trap of some kind. But yes, yeah. I thought the idea of spears being raised would be cool.
Yeah. I love that. It's that like last possible second, like finding the right place to
the right
stick
moment.
the thing. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Aelith.
Well, I would like could I use acrobatics? I want to try and grab. I'm imagining that there's like chains or something attached to one of these buildings.
Sure.
I want to use acrobatics to grab the chain and run across the top, and I'm like it's a barrier. Like, oh, the street is closed, and they've put a chain across, sort of thing. But behind the barricade to sort of shore it up a little bit with something more mechanical instead of living flesh.
Yeah, sure. So some kind of like putting almost anchors from the barricade to the building, so that it's even harder to move certain pieces of this barricade. I love that.
Yeah. Alrighty.
It's
16.
Ooh.
Did you want to use the resource, or are you happy to take the consequence?
What are we thinking, guys?
It's not a nat. It's not a nat 1.
That is true. Yeah, we'll cop. I'll cop it. I'll cop it.
Okay.
Can't be less than the last one.
So, you're kind of scrambling up. You're trying to get these like ropes and chains into position, and in doing so, you kind of get a little bit caught out of position. I'm thinking like some of the berserkers are kind of throwing axes up at you as you're kind of scrabbling and not like you get up the wall and you can kind of get them anchored in, but it takes you're not very deft with it, right? And so there's that moment of like when you climb a wall, you didn't quite do the parkour perfectly, so you have to like still scramble up and same thing like running along the barricade maybe to get to the other side, and it goes it doesn't go very well. Ultimately, mechanically, each player is going to lose 1 hit dice or a level 4 spell slot or more. Your choice.
I'm okay with losing a level 4 spell slot.
Well, no, each person gets to make that individual choice for themselves.
If I don't have any left, can I still give one up?
No.
If I don't have any spells.
Tell you what, Paula, you can give up reliable talent for the rest of the day.
I will lose a hit die, thank you very much.
I've taken off my hit die.
Wait, did you save the rest of the night?
for the rest of the sea. Until you get a long rest, I would say.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's a pretty...
Hit die is gone.
Hit die.
Remember, you've got 2 people here that can heal you. Who needs hit die when you've got a cleric and a paladin?
Maybe they can be endured against the horrors.
We're the most healing we've ever been.
My
reliable talent is just too good.
Much more than 1 hit die.
All right, guys, you're in the final. Or actually, it's Yama's turn. Then you're in the final stretch.
Yama is just going to put his back into it. I'm going to use an athletics to really just like lean into this. Maybe he's like propping up. He's found like an extra piece of material or something, and he's going to like solo lift this like huge piece of timber to just like reinforce this barricade. Athletics is oh my god!
What's that song
just
called?
short.
What's that song called? You can do it. Put your back into it.
That's what Yama's like chanting to himself, and then he's like, "Oh no, I injured my back in that fight of blah 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 blah." The battle of blah blah blah. That was a 19.
Oh, 19. Do you want to take this consequence? This is going to be the 3rd and final consequence.
Fuck, maybe not. Maybe this one we should do. Just because, like, yeah, if it's the 3rd and final, that's bad.
The way that the DM Daddy just phrased that.
That's exactly it.
We're using meta context clues to spend a utility here. Let's call in maybe the how about the pirate corsairs for this one? Or are they on ships? Is that why they're corsairs? How about the sea elves? Are they on foot, battle ready?
Sure thing. Do you want to describe this, or do you want me to?
No, I'd love to hear what you have envisioned for the sea elves.
So you can do it. Put your back intuiting it. I just wanted to give a shout out up all these fanboys in chat saying you can't lose reliable talent. That's like taking a man's wheelchair away.
Absolutely correct. That's pretty much all I'm good for.
So you are kind of struggling. You're trying to put all your strength, Yama, into holding this barricade, and kind of still swiping it at bugbears as they try and get up over it. And you feel kind of your strength fading. But do you want to roll me another athletics check with advantage, please?
Oh yeah. Here's where it all goes astray. Oh, natural 20 again.
Oh. All right, Paula, you get back reliable talent. You feel like your strength kind of waning and you can feel like parts of the barricade starting to come down. You know, your old bones are not holding it as it used to, Yama. You can see Aleph sort of taking shots over to the side. Paulie's hit and run squad with their spear traps are starting to struggle, and they need you, and you're stuck here, kind of holding firm. But all of a sudden, you brace yourself, and it's a lot easier to push. It's like, it's like someone one finger on the bar, that final rep, you've got it. And what you realize is the reason why it got so much easier is not silently, because there's still the howls and wails of combat and the clashing of steel, but you're able to kind of get your head up over as the pressure kind of releases, and you see a number of sea elf monstrosities, sort of half crab. One of them's like half crab. One of them's half shark. They kind of they've dived in from up on one of the rooftops and just dived into the fray, and are just carving into the back lines of these hobgoblin assailants. And so half of them have kind of turned around to deal with this threat, leaving only half of it you're pushing against, and you're easily able to push back and hold and get an advantage there. Excellent. With that, and with I think that critical hit, you have the vanguard essentially breaks. They don't over the course of the next couple of hours. It kind of goes into the morning. There's still waves of enemy troops, but with how this has happened, you've held the line, and you've been able to hold it with the aid of the blood hunters, Karu's kin, and it could be part of the reason why Karu has made himself scarce for this siege, because he knew that they were showing up, and he didn't want to be there when they did, always avoiding his backstory, the bastard. So do you want to just we'll go down the line, Paulie, Aelith, and Yama, and do you want to describe to me like how what happens over the next couple of hours? How do you turn the tide of this vanguard? And
can I go last? Can I go last?
Yeah, sure. It's Aelith.
I like to think that I just, every time one of the stragglers comes up to try and prod at the wall, my spiritual weapon will just like bounce over the walls, stab them in the head, and then bounce back. I'm just like picking them off one by one as they come up, and they're like, "That's interesting. That guy just died. Let's go see what that's about." And then that one dies.
Yeah.
Yama, I think he might take to the skies on Umami for a little bit. He's almost like splitting the focus, you know what I mean? Like he really does best at like standing out and being super shiny. So I think he and Umami are just kind of like, picking the occasional hobgoblin up and throwing them against the wall or something. So they're just kind of like they can't really fully apply themselves to anything. He's really like running through the ranks.
Yeah.
A little causing chaos.
Excellent.
Mwahaha. Having a flying steed is the best.
So my puppy is feeling left out. She wants to come play D&D.
No, baby Bailey. What did daddy's go?
Hello, yes, you're here. We're wearing matching clothes.
Look at that tail whip go.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
Yes.
I bet she slept so well after New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, I think we both slept all day New Year's Day.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Puppy cuddles.
All right, so yeah, over the next day or so, you kind of hold the line here, and you kind of deal with this wave after wave of the Bugbearzerkers. But and because of that, and because of your success, you gain a heroic short rest. So essentially, you can spend hit dice and reset any short rest abilities.
Hell yeah!
Before we go into the next wave.
I definitely will. Just give me a second.
Yeah, I totally am too. I think I'm going to spend 2
If you want,
We need,
Aelith,
we need to add the one that we used up for that fail too.
yeah, don't forget to remove that. I'll say spiritual weapon sticks around, Aelith, as just like, just narratively. I think it's cooler that, as you said, you've got it out. You've been attacking stuff with it, etc.
Yeah, I've just been bopping things on the head.
Blood for the blood god. Death god, actually. Death god.
Yeah, it's the death god.
Skulls for the skull throne.
That's more likely. Yeah.
Just a mechanics question. Can umami spend hit dice?
No, I don't
Is that a
think
thing that they
I don't
can
think he
even
technically
do?
has some, but I think like in this
Okay.
instance, he can get healed as well. I think it's would make sense.
Okay, I will use my hit die.
Oh, it auto rolls some hit dice for him. That's so cute.
I'll do
Man, Foundry is so good.
I'll do 3, but there's
Can be
4
easier.
coming out. Actually, no, I'll just do 3 quickly, and then I'll do an extra one. One sec. So I got the numbers right. Here we go. And then there we go. All right, 15 health. Perfect. I need to remove 5 though, because that put it on there automatically. There we go. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Oh, I have restrained on my character sheet still.
Ooh, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
Hanging out with Karu too much.
That's why he's off.
So
Still tied up.
somewhere.
Still
He's
tied
off.
up.
Yes.
Right. She just wanted to sleep at my feet. That's what she's doing. Let me close this door now. Here.
It could have been me.
You're in with Papa now. Good girl. Oh, you bet. There you go. Very good. Okay. So the ground begins shaking rhythmically. You've kind of run off any of the berserkers or killed any of the remaining ones. And it's sort of early. It's now like morning of the or sort of almost midday of the next day. You've been sort of fighting all throughout the night. You're covered in soot and ash. Obviously, there's still sort of ash and smoke falling on the city from the kind of fires. You're getting updates from Lord Yarmouth that other areas of the city are starting to weaken. They're kind of falling back until eventually. But they ask you to kind of keep holding the Dawnway as people retreat and get into more fortified positions. Karu, who's not here, but I had a whole thing for him to see, so I'm gonna read it anyway, so you can all enjoy it. We see, or Karu, I guess, gets a vision. A chamber in the depths, lit only by the pulsing glow of draconic runes. The air tastes like iron and ozone. Kale, the Crimson Blade, stands over a war table carved from obsidian, its surface etched with the planned destruction of the veil of the sea. This archipelago of islands. that you've been protecting. Tempura stands by his side, his armor scorched and somewhat battered, steps into the room. His eyes flick to the runes, then to his uncle. His jaw is tense. You're late again. Tempura kind of bows stiffly. The siege at Brindle continues. The berserkers, they're fighting with desperation, but have been routed. They believed what you told them, that the world will fall at our feet. Kale gives a bit of a smirk, not looking up from the map. Let them believe. Fear drives obedience. Obedience drives victory. And victory, he draws a taloned finger across the map, tracing a burning path to the city of Brindle, will make the red hand eternal. Tempura steps closer, studying the map. His brow tightens a little bit. But what about those who bend the knee? The ones who surrender, though? The others who have no quarrel with us? And Kale waves a hand dismissively. Collateral. Weakness must be burned out, not bargained with. And we see that Tempura's fists clench at his sides. He stares at his uncle's reflection in the obsidian table, warped and twisted by the stone. Uncle, his voice